Judy, you told me something before we started the show today that still just has me in a tizzy, one might say.
Okay. Okay.
And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. But the more it makes sense, the more it vexes me.
Okay.
The thing that Judy told me before we started recording tonight is what she was doing before the show. And what that thing was a Taylor Swift cover band show. And the fact that people are, like I said, it makes sense because she's the most famous musician in the world right now, give or take. But the fact that people have Taylor Swift cover bands, and god damn it if your husband isn't a saint, because there's no way you would ever get me to go to a Taylor Swift concert, let alone the Taylor Swift movie or Taylor Swift fucking tribute band.
It's not our first time either going.
Ah! Welcome to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Please make sure to check out our Patreon at TABPOD. $5 a month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same amount that you would probably pay for, a cup of coffee? At like Starbucks? I'm a poor.
Less than probably, yeah.
Right. You can get your name on the ticker right next to Judy and Keith. And you know what? Not me, okay? I don't know why you guys. Keith's trying to get a job on the show, and y'all are just like, you know what? Free money. Here you go. I ain't giving free money, but y'all can. If you want to, I appreciate that. Oh, man. Honestly, if you could do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe the show however you ingest it, or just listen. Well, we like you no matter what. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
All right. As we do every week, we like to start the show with...
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments, right? And we got a couple good ones this week. This first one was off of our TikTok at TABPOD. Right? And it was from our plantation video. And the first one's from Gary or Jerry? What would you say on that one?
I'm going to go with Gary.
Gary? Okay. Gary Provost. I wouldn't mind it. They own their own group. Never mind. YouTube. I'm guessing that's what that stands for. People.
It's white.
So, wait. YT is white?
Yes.
What? Oh.
Wait, you really didn't know that?
Oh. I had no idea. YT. Oh, I'm an old and a poor. Oh, God. Okay, now let's try this again. I wouldn't mind it. They own their own group. Never mind white people, so piss on their grave type shit. What the hell was that sentence, too? What? White. Is white. That is it. Okay, anyway. But to go contrasting with this, Out of Mana said, yes, and burn it all to the ground without hesitation. Rebuild it and teach black excellence to any who'd listen. So, we got quite a menagerie of comments. Wow. But my personal favorite this week came on our actual podcast episode on YouTube at TBPOD from Game Nerd TE1. talking about how much money it would cost for you to work for low to mid-level racism, which was a question that last week's Get in the Comments brought us. He says $90K low to medium racism, extra $10K if I'm the target.
That made me laugh.
First, Game Nerd, we appreciate you.
Get in the comments.
Yep, we appreciate you getting in the comments. I just have to ask, who hurt you in the workplace so much that you would settle for half of what I was asking for, which was less than what Judy was asking for? Don't you understand? Times are tough and we're going into a inflative market.
Yeah. When I read that, I go, is he or her? I can't tell. Were they lowballing themselves?
I think honestly, you and I have like hope when we come up with these things because we're hopeful because we know it'll never happen. His was more realistic. He's like, nah, with what I make now, you give me 90, which is probably like a 200% increase. I could deal with some low to mid-level racism. It's fine. Oh, but don't forget basically a 10% bump if the racism is directed directly at him.
Oh man, that's good.
We as a people have fallen so far. Oh man.
Boy, vey. I love that. Ugh.
So Judy,
Yeah.
you know that back in the day before I met my current wife, I was on Tinder and Hinge and Bumble.
I think we all were. Don't worry.
I think I might have downloaded Plenty of Fish, but like just looking through the options. Nah.
I've never been on that one.
Nah, when you would go through Plenty of Fish, it was like you could feel yourself getting an STD. Like just flipping through the options, you were like, that's hepatitis. That's syphilis. Gonorrhea, look at you.
Ooh, yeah.
And I know I've told this on the show before. Do you remember how I would select the people to swipe right on?
You would just swipe right on everybody.
Everybody got a swipe, right? Look,
Right.
look, you got to get in where you could fit in, okay? I know that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea, so you just got to mass swipe right, okay? Not even I was as bad as this guy I'm about to show you, Judy, okay?
Okay.
This man...
Of course, he has a profile pic of him holding a fish. Lord Jesus. So typical male.
Oh. This man swiped right 2,058,473 times. Oh no, he swiped altogether that many times. Okay.
Altogether, yes.
Yes. He swiped right 2,020,000. I'm rounding it up now. Of that, he got, this is over a 5-year period, by the way. Of those swipe rights, he got 2,053 matches.
Yes.
Of those matches, he chatted with about half at 1,200. He went on one date. No relationships.
Damn.
No casual sex. Okay.
When did they start doing that?
So I don't know if that's something specific. It might be. I haven't been on in a while. I've seen these charts on Reddit
Like the
for a
analytics,
minute
yeah.
now. Yeah. But okay. So here's a tweet that someone put out there that in relation to this. Okay.
Okay.
At Signal put, this dude swiped right 2 million times and got one date. He's not just some unlucky guy. He's the norm. Like, imagine the money he spent over 5 years Probably a small fortune. This is obvious, but what's actually non-obvious is that the behavior unlocked an entirely new revenue stream for apps. Let me explain. I'm not going to go through all this stuff. Look, essentially, when you're on the apps, if you pay more, you get put into like more people's sections, essentially, and you get to swipe more depending on how much money you're going to put into them, right?
Right.
But I am almost with Signal. I am almost with him, okay? Because it's harder out there for a guy than it is a girl most of the time, right? Every single situation is different, but let's just say on average, it's harder for a guy to get a match than it is for a girl, right?
Fair.
So that's why when I looked at this and I saw, now don't get me wrong, going from 2 million to 2,000, that's like, I feel like that's 0.01%. My math is probably off on that, but it feels way too low.
Yes, it's probably around there. It's less than 1% for sure.
I feel like on 2 million right swipes, you would hope to at least get 10,000 matches, and I feel like that's low, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Right. But then the thing that really kills it, because this is where I thrived, right? People don't think this, but I can talk. I'm a spreader of tales. But the chat's going from 1,200 to 1. That's the 1,200 chats equaling one date. That is there's something that's very serial killer-y about this man.
Yeah, so I had to do the math while I was like trying to sneeze and mute myself, but I didn't do it. So even if it was only 5% of the 2 million, that's 100,000 matches. So we're not even at 5%.
That's what I'm saying.
Even at 1%, we're at 20,000 matches.
What was this man telling these girls? What was he saying to them? I need a transcript.
Yeah, like we need like chat history. Maybe he was just asking for nudes. I honestly don't know.
The only thing that I can think of that would be a somewhat of a saving grace, right, is that obviously by paying more, he was also probably able to expand his geographic region.
Fair, yeah.
Because you got to get to 2 million somehow, right? If you live in a town of even in Vegas, right? It'd be hard to get to 2 million different women on Tinder in Vegas.
Yes.
So the only thing I can think of is that it expanded his geographic region, and he's in, let's just say, Louisville,
what location
Kentucky.
Is he in? Did it say?
I don't know, right?
Oh,
so let's just pretend like he's in Kentucky. He had a fish in his hand. That could be anywhere in the Midwest. So he's there, and he's talking to someone in like Oregon. I could understand how that would be an instant. No, this stupid. No, but yeah. Oh God, 2,000 matches, people, off of 2 million swipe rights. Oh,
I need to know what that percentage is. Sorry, hold on real quick.
She's not giving up on it, guys.
I'm not. Times 100. It's 0.1%.
Oh, I had it! Oh! All those times that I screwed up on math trying to use a calculator on this show, and then I just nail this on my, oh God, good brain.
I was like, how many zeros do we have to like knock off and move it over? Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Wow, that's insane though, bro. I hope he's off Tinder now.
I hope he finds someone. Because even I saw somewhere it said dude was swiping like 1,000 times a day. Even in my heyday on all apps, I wasn't hitting 1,000 a day.
Yeah.
So-
Imagine if he's on the other ones too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he treats
Buddy.
Tinder like he treats Tinder the way a housewife treats their Candy Crush. Like, he's just like, it's my gaming time. Oh man, I already did 1,000. I'm out of points for today.
That's like a full-time job.
Oh God.
If you think about it, I'm like, I mean, I don't want to. Yeah, that's wow.
Judy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If I were to tell you that I had a celebrity lookalike, who would you guess it would be?
When you mentioned this in our group chat, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, who does he look like?
Right?
I couldn't come up with anyone.
Because we might have had a conversation. Because one time when I was at Burger King, a girl said I look like Dan Fogel from Mysterious or Fantastic Beasts. Also, Balls of Fury, the ping pong movie with Christopher Walken. No,
right. Yeah, I remember. Yes.
Okay. So
yeah, but I still, I didn't see it. So
right, I don't see it either. Right, yeah. But she said it, and she meant it as a compliment, so I appreciate it. Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you a picture. It is of 3 different people in a scene from a show that was very popular while it was on the air. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this is going to be very difficult for you, but you're going to have to look at the picture and try and guess which one looks like me, okay?
Okay.
It's going to be tough, but I need you to lock in, okay?
Okay, locked in.
No, I need you to lock in. Do it with me.
Okay.
Lock in. No, you got to, the locks twist, Judy. They don't just open and close.
Okay, I'm twisting.
Lock in, Judy. Okay, I need you to lock in on this. I can't have you getting this one wrong.
Roll the photo.
All right. Try to figure out which one is me.
Why do you do this?
Why is that so funny, Judy? Why is that so funny? It's very hard. Okay, look, maybe I don't look like fucking the Ant-Man's girlfriend, but the other two, it could be 50-50.
Who is that man?
So that man is Jorge Garcia. And to be fair, this one, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, you kind of see it, right? Like maybe if I ate too much salt one day.
If you were a little puffier and your beard and not brown. I don't.
Yeah. But this is who one of my coworkers said I look like. And look, honestly, I'm sure that someone's gonna watch this and be like, hey, you fat big back bitch, you need to leave Jorge Garcia alone. I'm not making fun of the man. The man has had an incredible career, especially as someone of that size. That doesn't normally happen in Hollywood. Good for him. What I am saying, though, is that I feel like this is a little typecast. I feel that he saw a dude with some long kind of curly hair,
and a
beard, and a big back, and was like, you know what, Ryan? You know what I think? That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying.
I have to Google like celebrity male with beard and long curly hair.
Oh boy. What's ChatGPT gonna say to me on that one?
No, I just Googled it. The ones that come up are Russell Brand.
No.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I could see myself being like Fat Moa.
Kit Harington, who played Jon Snow.
Yeah, no, he's too
I don't know.
pasty.
He's too pasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it.
All right. Yeah, no, like,
Like,
I mean, I could see myself being like Fat Moa or, obese Roman Reigns, something like that. But that's the thing. Like, you can't make me, I have to be the fat version of a real celebrity. You can't make me the thin version compared to the celebrity. What are you doing? Oh, so he's bigger than me and is rich? Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. I don't feel like I failed completely. It's fine.
wow. Wow. I love that. But yeah.
Judy, you showed me something earlier that's going to give me fucking nightmares. And
Yes.
I'm so upset with you for
It gave me nightmares. I'm sorry. It's the hype right now.
How did you find this thing?
Somebody kept talking about it on a TikTok I saw. And they're like, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, but they're like, oh, let me show you guys the Labubu I got. And I go, what the fuck are Labubus?
Right. And I heard the name and I thought that was like the new slang for something.
Right. You're like,
that's what I honestly
saying
thought
out here. And I was like, what?
Right?
No, it's a thing.
I mean, this is still a youths. I'm putting it in there. Where is it? Yeah, this youths. Yeah, no, this is, look at these things. Look at them. They're little dolls in
they're like
different
elves.
colored bunny costumes.
Elves.
That's also why they creep me out. My mom terrified me with Elf on the Shelf back in the day, okay? So these elves are not doing it for me. But they look like they have little bunny hoodies on, essentially, or onesies, and then little bow ties that are different color from their onesie.
Yeah.
And all of them have razor sharp teeth.
Yes, and these are just one kind. Apparently, there are multiple different kinds of
Look at
these
this one.
Labubus.
Look at this one. This claymation version. Oh, God.
I don't understand the hype. So apparently you can order these through like a company who does surprise boxes, so you don't know which one you're getting, right?
Oh, God. Why does everything nowadays, everything is either a subscription or it's gachapon. And by that, I mean, it's, if you guys don't know, gachapon is something from Japan where, you put 50 cents in, you turn the crank. Normally in the States, you get candy or whatever, right? Because we're fat. In Japan, you get a little toy. So
like a little trinket, yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what the trinket's going to be all the time, and those are called gachapon.
Yeah.
And they've brought it over here and turned it into toys for kids, so they always keep trying to get, baseball cards did the same thing back in the day. You'd buy a pack of fucking baseball cards. You're like, oh, I gotta try and get Ken Griffey Jr. Fuck, I didn't get him. Mom, can I get more money? Right? So,
yeah.
And now they give you nightmares too.
Yeah, so that, and I'm thinking, like, are these the new teeny babies? Like, are people going
Beanie
crazy
Babies?
Beanie Babies, yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Babies.
I was like, did I fucking miss something else? Teeny Babies?
Sorry, I was getting the TY.
Like, okay, that's fair, because that was the manufacturer or whomever was Ty.
Yes, Ty, yeah.
So
Beanie Babies.
Dude, my mom had so many Beanie Babies back in the day. she had fuck just the Beanie Babies. This is pre-internet, right? So she also had like Beanie Baby catalogs that would show you the individual estimated value of each Beanie Baby. Ryan, I'm telling you, this one is going to be worth $10,000. And then no one has Beanie Babies anymore?
What'd your mom do with her collection, though? Low key.
I don't know.
Have
it? She might. Because we had them all at my previous house, And then when I moved here and downsized, I think she took them with her. So I don't know if she still has them.
You know, she's could probably really saving them for a good profit.
She's probably saving them for Asher. Okay. She wouldn't sell them though. Like, that's the thing. I told her that. I was like, Mom, you can make some money. She's like, no, I'm saving them for you.
She's gonna pass it down to you.
I'm like, okay. I guess we just have to wait an extra 3 years to sell them. And then in the will, watch. You're not allowed to sell my bitty babies. Oh
wow. But yeah, so please do not get into Labubus. If your son gets into them, tell him no.
Nah, see, that's one thing. We don't do gotcha anything in this house. We don't do loot boxes. We in this house like to pay for something and know exactly what we are getting when we pay for that thing. Okay.
Please, yes.
Yeah. Maybe I'm an old fogey that way. I don't know, right? But it just makes sense to me. Okay.
It's the same where like those subscription boxes. Like I get that some people want to try different things without like smaller versions of like makeup products or something because they don't want to commit to bigger versions of it or what have you. But everything else, I don't get it. I don't see
the hype. Nah.
So
all right.
Yeah.
Judy, it's time for Am I Overreacting?
Woo.
All right. This week's Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting? Guy I'm dating gets up and peed in his room. Okay. So I've been dating this guy for about a month. So far, he's been really... Shut up, Judy. So far, he's been really nice. But I've noticed he drinks pretty regularly. That is a quality I don't like, but it wasn't anything too crazy. One night, he had a couple mixed drinks and took melatonin. Didn't think much of it at the time. We go to bed. Then an hour later, he randomly gets up. I ask, are you okay? He then proceeds to piss in the corner of his room. I was horrified. I don't know what to do. I yelled for him to wake up and stop, but he didn't. He emptied the tank completely and went back to bed. I got up and went to the couch to gather my thoughts. Then I woke him up and he apologized and cleaned it up. Since then, however, I'm just completely disturbed. I don't believe in getting the ick really, but this is definitely the closest thing I've experienced to that. I realize this could be a mix of melatonin and whatnot, but I just can't look past this. It grossed me out so much. Am I overreacting?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I actually think she's overreacting a little bit. And I just want to say that this scenario has actually happened to me before.
Shut the fuck up!
With an ex, not the real man. With an ex, but it wasn't in his room. It was in our hotel. So maybe it's because it was at a hotel and I didn't have to worry about like cleaning up or anything that it really didn't like give me that ick. But we were all very plastered and like super drunk. So I don't know if it would be different if it was like in his room specifically. So
to me, the thing that makes me feel like she's not overreacting, actually, there's two things, right? Okay. One, it's that she said he had a couple mixed drinks, not like he got plastered or whatever, right? Now, maybe they were very strong and he was. Right. And that's what I'm saying, because I've had experiences where someone was at a hotel and they maybe got a little too drunk and peed on a light socket and turned off all the power to that floor of the hotel. That might have happened to someone that I know. So, but like I said, blackout drunk when something like that happens, right?
Yeah.
Not, and here's the other. If we were talking about like he was on Ambien or something like prescribed, okay,
Okay,
but he was
maybe,
on
yeah.
melatonin, right?
Right.
So that's why him just peeing doesn't really, like, he's a super lightweight, which means he shouldn't drink that much anyway, essentially, right? But the second thing, and I'm about to tell a story that I've never told before, okay?
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't even know if I've actually told anyone this story before, actually. So we're just going to share it right here, guys.
Okay.
So back when I was dating my ex-wife, right? So I was like early 20s or whenever. But back when I'm dating her, it's early on, but I end up sleeping over one night. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't know what had happened, but I was completely covered in piss, right? This is in her bed. So I'm covered in piss right next to her.
Oh, man. Okay.
Now, thankfully, I sleep on my stomach. Because could you imagine if I pissed the bed and I was on my back and it's on the ceiling now? So,
Oh no.
so I wake up and I look at the time and I'm like, oh God, I'm sitting here in this girl who I'm dating's bed, covered in my own piss, and she's not going to wake up to go to work for another 45 minutes. So do you know what I did?
Did you grab a blanket and then just lay over your own pee?
No, Judy. I sat there in my own filth for the next 45 minutes, plus 20 minutes for her to get ready and leave, pretending that I was still sleeping, until she finally left so that I could then wash all the stuff and delete every trace that I had ever pissed in her bed. You know why I did that?
Why?
Because, Judy, there's no recovery from peeing publicly in front of someone you're dating. There's no recovery from that. Unless it's like we're out somewhere and there's no toilets and you have a bush. Outside of that, zero recovery. Unless maybe you're dating Judy and you guys are at a hotel, because she's apparently into water sports.
Listen, I think that's completely different. But okay, so you were just normal and you don't know what happened. You fell asleep and you just peed the bed.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we might have been drinking before. That was back in the time when I would drink and stuff. So
Right.
Alcohol might have played part into it. But either way, like I said, piss the self was not moving.
Oh man, did you clean her bed? Like, how did you make like the smell? What did you do to the actual mattress?
I have a feeling like there was something
Did you just
about
flip
it.
that mattress over?
I think that's what I did with the mattress, to be quite honest. I think I flipped the mattress and I washed everything. Thankfully,
Yeah.
I didn't have work that day. I just had class like later on in the day. So I had like hours and hours to clean up the crime scene. Okay. I had more than enough time to fool CSI on this one. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I
man.
flipped her mattress and washed her bed sheets and then remade the bed. And then I cleaned her house a little bit. Why? Because misdirection. You're not looking at the bed if everything else is nice.
Look, honey, I cleaned your apartment. You know,
Yeah.
I just wanted to do something nice for you when you got
She
home.
was so happy.
Wait, so you like took this, like she never knew throughout your whole relationship, through your marriage?
I've never once, I don't think I've ever once admitted it. Now, maybe I did at some point, but no, as far as I know, that's the first time I've ever told. How do you tell people that you pissed a bed as an adult man? You know what they're going to say? You're not an adult, man.
Maybe just have a little incontinence here and there, you know? It's fine.
No, even the dude in the story was on melatonin. He got out of the bed and pissed the wall. At least he got out of the bed. I was stuck in the bed.
Oh man, this reminds me. Keith mentioned to me that he was dating. I don't know if he was dating a girl or if it's a girl that he went on a date with, but I guess like she was super drunk or something. But she peed in his bed. He wasn't in the bed.
See? And then what happened? Deal breaker. It was done. He was, I can't be with a bed pisser? Nah.
Oh man.
Right. So we can please stop talking about this. You have an Am I the Asshole? Hit me with that.
Sorry. I just want to mention how was it last week we were talking about poop in the shower and now it's peeing in the corner. So you know what? All the bodily fluids.
Look, we've hit we understand our niche with this show, okay? We know what the people want.
Okay, yes. On to threads, and this one's a Am I the Asshole short story.
Okay.
It says, I, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 27 male, for almost 2 years. Everything was great until 3 months ago when I got a promotion that basically doubled my salary. I'm now making way more than him, and I can tell it's been bothering him. Last week, we were at dinner with his college buddies and their girlfriends. Someone asked me about my new job, and I was excitedly explaining it until my boyfriend interrupted with, yeah, she's making bank now, but I'll catch up soon. Don't worry. Everyone kind of just laughed awkwardly. Later that night, I confronted him about constantly bringing up how he'll catch up whenever my salary comes up. He admitted he feels emasculated, that I make more than him, and if I could tone it down talking about my job around his friends. I was stunned. I told him his insecurity wasn't really my problem to manage and that I wasn't going to pretend to be less successful to protect his ego. He said I was being inconsiderate of his feelings and that most women would understand. Yesterday, we were invited to his parents' house for dinner. His mom asked about my promotion, and before I could answer, my boyfriend jumped in saying, it's just temporary until she finds something less demanding so we can start thinking about our future. I literally spit my drink and said, that's news to me right there at the table. I then told his parents I had no plans to leave my dream job and that their son seemed to have an issue with my success. The dinner got super awkward. Now he's blowing up my phone saying I humiliated him and that I should have waited to have that convo in private. His mom texted me saying that I was harsh and that men need to feel like providers. Am I the asshole for refusing to downplay my success to make my boyfriend feel better about himself?
This is an interesting one. Because it's very obvious in hearing the whole story that this gentleman comes from a home where it is more, and I'm going to use air quotes when I say this, traditional values, right? Where the man goes to work and the woman stays home and takes care of the house and everything like that. So that it's interesting only because like, I feel like if she's at the point where she's going to dinner with the parents, not just meeting them or whatever, right? If she's at that point, that she would have an understanding of his core values and everything, right? But at the same time, like, no, she's not the asshole. Like, all she did was accept the promotion or the job, whichever. That paid her more money and answered the questions when people were asking them. It'd be one thing if she was going around and just telling everyone,
bragging
yo,
about
I make
it.
this. Yo, I do this. Yeah, yes, exactly. Right.
Yes.
but she's not. She's just answering the questions as they're being asked. And guess what? She worked really hard, I'm guessing, to get that promotion. So she deserves it and everything that comes with it. So he should be supporting her, right? Especially like, yo, if I wasn't all cuffed up right now and I could find me a sugar mama, oh my God. I'd be so happy if I could stay home or work less and have vacation money. Oh, come on.
Right.
Right?
Like that could be his future.
Exactly. So, no, 100%, she is not overreacting. He's a bit of a bitch. And,
yeah.
But at the same time, like, you can't just think you're going to change somebody. You got to pay attention to people's core values, right?
Yeah.
If they come from a very, like I said, air quotes, traditional home or traditional style of home, then, and that's not something that would work for you. These are why relationships are about communication, right? Because this is something both of these two motherfuckers need to communicate about. Because what really sets it over the top as to why he's the asshole is springing the whole, oh, she's only doing this temporarily thing. Like, shut the fuck up.
What? Right.
You know, if you're worried that your dad is going to be like, oh, that's not how men are supposed to be or whatever, then you have a conversation before you get there and you say, hey, I know that you said you didn't want to downplay it, but you know how my dad is. Can you just for tonight and then we'll figure something out? You know, like that, you handle it differently. You handle it as a team, not going fucking playing.
Like trying to throw her under the bus type. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Judy.
Yeah.
I need you
I'm excited for this.
Yes, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. We're gonna find out if Judy is crazy. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So Judy, I'm not gonna do anything because I'm in a different state, so I can't do anything, right? But I need you to cover your eyes because I don't want you to see what I'm about to put on the screen. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cover my eyes. Okay.
All right. Judy has her eyes covered. All right. So I found the EP actually found this video on Instagram. And I didn't want to play it because I was afraid the music would get us copywritten or whatever. But the caption says, she's crazy if she understands this. IDGAFWABGTSAMIKWTFIDAWTFIDD. Judy, once you open your eyes, we're going to see how long it takes you to actually figure this thing out. Okay?
Okay, can I open my eyes?
No, not yet, because I was looking. Thought I had my phone. Oh, I do have my phone. It's in my pocket. I just couldn't feel it. Okay, so hold on. Let me get the stopwatch going. All right, and reset. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't give a fuck what a bitch got to say about me. I know what the fuck I did and what the fuck I didn't do.
Judy! Judy! With a new world record! 1310! What? Keith, run! She's fucking crazy, man! Have you seen that one already?
No, there's so many different versions of it though. And I'm like, these are like, I don't know if they're just common sense or if I'm just crazy.
Nah, it's a little bit of both, right?
Yeah.
And I say that because look, I got when the EP showed me this earlier, I got all the way to WTF, right? So I don't give a fuck what a bitch got to say about me. I know what the fuck. And then she had to help me out with and then did. And I just was stuck after that one. I was because guess what? Guess what? Us non-crazies don't talk like that. Okay? We accept the responsibility of our actions.
That's so good. I love those when they come up, and I try to figure out what they said. That was a good
God,
one.
the fact that you did it so nonchalantly, 13 seconds. Good Lord. Oh man,
Keith knows who he married.
if you Keith, if you guys think that you can beat Judy's time, let us know what your time was down in the comments. I would love, or if you've got a crazy wife or girlfriend or whatever, let us know how scared you are, because I'm scared for Keith right now, okay? You know what, though? I'm pretty sure the EP got it in like a similar time. She looked at it before, so I don't know. But I'm assuming she got it in a similar time. It's a good thing she's hot. You got to make sure you have the crazy hot scale correct. Otherwise, everything goes sideways.
And when you were reading it, so that's the thing. I could hear you say, I'm like, wait. And then it's hard for me to listen. It's easier for me to see it. If that
Right.
makes
No,
any
so
sense.
I said it super fast just so that, if somebody who's an audio only listener was curious, they could like go back and re-listen to it or whatever, right? I said it so that, like, obviously IDGAF is something that's just very common in the vernacular, in my opinion.
Yes.
So that one, I was like, oh, I'm going to say this, she's going to know right away. But I figured if I just sped through it fast
It confused
enough, you'd be like, I can't fucking keep up. Yeah. So, oh God. All right. If I find any more of those, we'll see how deep the crazy tunnel goes.
Yeah, throw them at me.
Speaking of crazy, you can't, and unfortunately / unfortunately, we don't have any like media to share with you guys regarding this topic. But Judy came across a story that like is so surprising yet unsurprising in today's climate. The way just that things are right now. So, Judy, please share with us.
Okay, I came across a TikTok of a lady who was talking about high school seniors taking like their graduation photos, which, it's usually like cute. They have their cap and gowns, right? They're at their high school, what have you, type photos. But now I guess the new trend is high school seniors taking topless photos. And I'm not saying like showing off their boobies like Girls Gone Wild type thing, right? Not like that. But like being topless and having like a bouquet covering their boobs. Or,
so like your
something
Sports
along
Illustrated type of nudes. Okay.
Yes. And I'm like, if I was the mom, I don't know if I'm just old now, but if I was the mom, I would not want to send these graduation photos to like grandma and grandpa and an uncle. Like announcing my graduation. Here's me with the bouquet covering like my tits.
So
I don't get it, and I don't know why it's become a thing.
So you don't get it and you don't like it. Yes, because you're old. Judy, we've talked about this. You are old now.
Yes.
You're going to a music festival to try and recapture your youth.
Yes. But think about it. How would you feel if your daughter, you paid for this photo shoot? I fully understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that you're incorrect for feeling that way. What I am trying to also say, though, is like when we were in high school and fucking whale tails and all that dumb shit were the soup du jour of fashion, right? Our parents were like, why is your underwear showing, you dirty slut? I was like, wait, what are whale tails?
It's when the thong would be showing over and it looked like a whale's. Come on.
Yeah.
Why is it that I have to give you so much vocabulary every week? Come on.
I don't think I ever heard them be called whale tails. That was the thing.
It's because I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it was something very well known across of all concepts. Okay. Anyway, the stuff that we were wearing back then, would have been considered like not the same as being nude today. Because you also got to remember, this isn't like the generation that we're giving birth to or whatever. This is basically two or three generations away from us or something like that, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's not Gen Z, it's Gen Alpha is my point.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's going to be a huge difference there. If Asher did something like this, I personally think it'd be kind of funny. Like if he was just naked and he had his baseball mitt, and his baseball trousers were around his ankles and he had a baseball mitt covering his privates. I kind of think that would be funny. He's also a boy, so it's a little different. I guess it would just depend on what the outcome of the picture is, right? Like if it looks tasteful enough, I'm not really going to probably be as mad about it. This is also, 39-year-old Ryan with no daughter. You talk to 52-year-old Ryan with a daughter, you get your ass in the house. Okay.
You'd be like, I paid how much for this?
Yeah, for this dirty photographer man to take pictures of you?
Yes, and that was the other thing on why we don't have media for this, because I did not want to be put on the list of
right, which makes sense. Which makes sense, right? We only need one of the hosts of this show to be on any kind of list, okay? And the stuff I've searched on this show has been pretty. So let's keep one of us in safe town.
Yes, please, thank you. But it's just crazy to me. But then I think about how I remember in Vegas, every time graduation comes around, Little Darlings has their little billboard saying, now hiring class of 2025.
Oh, it's my favorite. I love driving to work and seeing the new billboard. Oh, it's the best. Oh, they always have something too. Like when the gas prices are too high. Oh man, a lap dance is worth you can get 3 lap dances for one tank of gas. Come on in.
I love that. They're
the best.
So outrageous. I think they have a midget Wednesday or midget Monday.
Oh, you can't say that word. You can't.
But that's what they call
say
it.
That word.
It has to be
Oh, they're a strip club, Judy. You're saying that they're the morality police?
Okay, sorry. The M people.
The little people.
On Mondays?
Little people. Holy fuck.
Little. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry. Why is that funny?
It just does. Because the alliteration, it's not there. I'm sorry. I need the alliteration to still be there.
Hold on. I don't think we've ever needed to do this before, but
the thoughts, opinions, and expressions of Clownboy Ryan
Judy
in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company. Take a breath.
Sorry,
Productions.
little
All rights
people.
reserved. Copyright 2020.
My mom was talking. My mom was talking to me last week, and she said, it really is pointless if you have a disclaimer if you're going to talk all over it the entire time.
Oh, Carol, that is so funny. You're right, though.
100% right. I was like, the disclaimer is kind of a clown show in itself, but I do understand what you're saying. All right. The last thing I will say on this topic, because I just thought of it, would it be considered nude if she is topless but has a class of 2025 ribbon going across her chest, almost like a
yes, it's
like a tube top type thing, right? Would that be too far for you too?
I think that'd be a lot farther than a bouquet of flowers covering you. I don't.
Why? I'm not talking about a ribbon that just covers the nips.
Oh,
no, I'm talking about a sash. A sash. Like I said, it's akin to a small tube top.
Right, but it's still that notion. That girl knows what she's doing.
Yeah, they all know what they're doing.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
They know.
Exactly.
They know
'cause they're
exactly what they're doing.
dirty
Girls. Dirty
That's
girls.
weird. Don't do that.
What?
Don't be
What?
sounding creepy like that.
What? They're high school graduates. They're of legal age, right? It's fine.
Oh my god! If you have to ask yourself that,
I'm not asking myself that. I'm asking you that. You're the one who brought the show, who brought the topic to the show.
anyways, let's talk about old people. Because that's
Judy
me.
apparently got her ass whooped in something by old people.
Okay. I guess they didn't really kick my ass, but Keith and I signed up for our local Y, so that's our new gym.
Oh my God, you're old. You're so old.
Exactly.
Oh my, the only people who go to the gym at the Y.
I know. It's old people, right?
You're so Midwestern and old. Okay.
Thank you.
Please continue this gift of a story that I've had bestowed upon me. Oh, you know who else goes to the Y? Because going to the Y is such a Midwestern thing for me. I don't know why. It doesn't feel like something, even though old people will do it in like California, it doesn't seem like something California people would do. I'll put it that way. You know who else doesn't go to the Y? You know who doesn't go to the Y? Does not.
You?
Bad bitches, Judy. Bad bitches don't go to the Y.
Yeah, because apparently they have a dress code.
Did you break the dress code?
No, not me. I'm too big back right now to go in skimpy gym outfits. So.
Well, I don't know.
Well, when I get there, though, I might break it.
Maybe the dress code is you can't have any like hot dogs on the clothes that you wear or something stupid.
Oh no,
like that.
that's no. But anyway, so because I wanted to start taking workout classes, Pilates, hello, like
Fat Lotties, yes.
So I started doing a step class. And Lord Jesus, let me tell y'all.
I'm sorry, hold on. We need to do this together, people. Hold the phone. All right.
Are you looking up?
Yeah, hold on. Just if my computer, there we go. Everything's just a little slow right now. All right. We're gonna go to YouTube. That too. I can't look. I'm so excited right now. You can't expect me to spell. Okay. No. Shoot. I didn't want this. Okay. Anyway, from here, we're gonna go step class. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my God. Oh, these are step classes?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Not as excited. When I thought you were saying you were taking a step class, I thought you were talking about this.
Oh, like
step dancing. I thought you were going to be slapping your titties and stuff.
No, it's like the other kind.
That's why I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, Judy's old and black?
Not the stomp the yard steps.
That's how you know I have melanin, right? Because that's where I immediately went. What? Marcus Short? Oh no, Columbus Short. I got that name wrong.
Columbus Short, yes. With Neo.
God.
I think Neo was in that movie.
No. Was he? No, Neo was it was Chris Brown was in it. And another actor that I can't remember what else he was in, and Megan Good was in Stomp the Yard. What you're thinking about was Drumline, I think, with Nick Cannon. I'm pretty sure Neo was in that one.
Oh. I don't know.
Which also, now that I'm thinking about it, starred Gamora, son of a bitch. Nick Cannon's worked with everyone. God damn. Okay. So you're taking a step class.
Step class,
In which,
not,
in case
not
for our
something
audio
art.
listeners only, it's the class where you have a step in front of you. You have a little plastic step, which is also a workout. I'm pretty sure that was invented back in like the early 80s.
I'm
Judy,
sure, yes.
Judy really showing her youthfulness going to her step class at the Y.
But they play really good music. Anyways.
Yeah, from a Taylor Swift cover band.
Regardless, so this step class, I'm probably one of the youngest people that go, but you know what? It's fine. But man, like, okay, so I just started, right? So maybe I'm like 5 classes deep, but God, it is so hard to keep up with all the other old people that's been in there these classes for like years. I was like, damn, how y'all doing all of this? I'm like 5 minutes in, I gotta take a quick water break and like go to the back, like while they're still doing it.
Judy, are you okay, dear? Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I just need some water.
Yeah, like, yeah, Martha, I'm good. Let me just, chill.
Martha? The bitch's name is Martha?
I don't know if that's her name.
Oh, man. I was like...
I just came up with the old lady name. Martha's usually my go-to.
Here's what I'm really excited for in this whole thing, okay? Is that you're going to keep going, which, by the way, good for you for getting a workout in. Regardless if it's, something that was invented during the times of the Flintstones or, something else, good for you. But I can't wait for you to keep going to these classes and become, like, a part of the crew almost. And then you start hanging out with these ladies and you end up going to like early bird specials.
Oh my God.
Like you went from brunches to early birds.
You think I could get these ladies drunk with bottomless mimosa?
Oh man, are you kidding? They're gonna get you. They're gonna drink you under the table.
You're right.
These are old women from Texas. You drink mimosas, they drink bourbon. Okay.
You're right. Actually, about that, yeah.
You're like, bitch, fuck a mimosa, take a Budweiser. Get ready, Judy. Get ready.
Man. I'll keep you updated if they ever let me out.
That's why they do so well in those classes. They're drunk. They can't feel anything, okay?
It's 8:30 in the morning.
Exactly. What else do they have to live for? You're the youngest one in the class, which means like the next youngest one graduated in like the mid 90s, okay?
Oh man, I love it's such a great cardio workout though, but my God,
Now, is it real quick, because I know the gong just rang, so real quick, is the instructor fat?
No, she's very fit.
See, look, now your tune changes when it's your workout instructor. Oh, I need a thin one. But when it's out in the world, fat people can instruct too now.
I wouldn't feel bad if it was a bigger instructor, like as long
Judy,
as they're not like me, who's in the back every 5 minutes getting some water.
Judy, I'm gonna give you one real quick second to rethink what you said. Do you want a fat instructor?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. That's it for this week's A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Really appreciate you guys listening to the show. Even if it's only the one time you listen and never again, the fact that you gave us that one shot, we still appreciate it. So thank you very much. If you do want to like, share, and subscribe, we hit 63 subscribers on the YouTube. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, until next time, we'll just see you later. Bye.